to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. I really just wanted to address, there's a TV series that Netflix has come up with, and I always see them advertising before my episode, before my shows. So I was like, and it just makes me so... it's so cringeworthy because they've created another Jesus. Now it's a TV series. And guess what? Jesus is Mzungu. I think it's, I don't know, it's John the Baptist, or I don't know what, John the Baptist or Jesus, one of them. And they're calling it The Chosen. Because they know it's the time and the season of the chosen, beloveds. But this thing is like, this should tell you, whenever I see that, and people disregard, it doesn't matter if Jesus was white or black, it's just, the message. No, there is a purpose to why the Bible has been written the way it has been written. A lot of the scriptures came from our own, from ancient Egypt, from, many of our own. As a melanated people, many of our own spiritual laws, our stories of our people, things like Solomon was black, David was black, everyone in the Bible was black, and Yeshua was a black man. And I keep saying he wasn't the only Christ. There's been so many master teachers before him and after him. But they kind of distorted that so that they could take all the, that power and put it in one man and disempower like so many supreme beings who are coming to help people. And we see how deep the religious psychosis is. And let me take this opportunity to say, for all you Christians out there, if you find my show confusing or if it makes you uncomfortable, then this is not your platform, beloveds. And that's okay. Just go find the people, go find your tribe, go find your nation. That's the time. I'm gathering my nation. And there are other people who are gathering their nations, beloveds. And I think that's the season and the times, because the time for debating and arguing is over. Many people now who are in such either the religious psychosis or the white supremacy psychosis, they're now becoming the agents of the Mzungu, the gatekeepers. The ones who, just because they've been so brainwashed and programmed, they can so easily be used to, to go and try and discredit what many of our African kings and queens are saying. Because let me tell you, beloveds, the downloads from the Most High, the downloads, and I keep saying the Most High reality, the Most High counsel, the Most High creator, the Most High existence, the Most High love, the Most High essence, the downloads are so many. The connection with with our ancestral team, with our guardian angels is so deep and intimate right now. And you can see it with the number of people who are channeling, and the number of melanated women who are channeling all kinds of wonderful messages at such a time as this. But it's very important, beloveds, to make sure that you're tuned into the right narrative. Because this show, by the way, at the end of the thing, they even showed the director, who happens to also be a Mzungu, and they've picked someone Arab, so they've now given him an Arab accent. Because they can never accept, beloveds. They will never accept that we are the ones, that we are the chosen. And so you see, someone can write it off as, oh, it's just a TV series, it's his opinion, it's his story, if you want to tune in, whatever. But why do they keep pushing this? Why is Netflix pushing this? They're even saying you can even watch the TV series on your phone. Like, this is brainwashing at the highest level, beloveds. Why are they still why are they still reinforcing this thing when I think even the Archbishop of Canterbury and many other, high level, church members in all these, in the religious community have come out and said that, the character they call Jesus was a melanated being. There's even some science that did it. that showed, like, they put together, the times he was in and where he was, etc., etc. And so we have to ask, they see this, they know this, so why are they still pushing Mzungu's savior on us? That's the question we should be asking so late in the game, when so many people have even walked away from that story, from the fairy tales that they've created so late in the game, beloveds. Why would they be doing that? It's not by accident. And it's not to make money. It's to try and continue with that spell, beloveds. Because they're getting ready to unleash the God of their world, the savior of their world. They say he'll only rule for a day. But, even Revelations, beloveds, we shouldn't think that's exactly what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen in their matrix. But they don't have the correct revelations either. And maybe that's something I'll get into in a future episode. But I just wanted to come and say, beloveds, the narrative is everything. Because the world is mental first. And so knowing that the narrative is everything, we should be doing everything to safeguard our narrative and tune out of their narrative. So many of our African brothers and sisters are still in that whitewashed white savior complex situation, and it's creating havoc, beloveds, in families, in their minds, because your savior and your oppressor cannot look the same. It creates a kind of psychosis in your mind. It just can't happen. It will totally always split you up. It will always shatter your spirit if you're trying to make that a reality in your mind. And because of how, and faith and belief, and if you don't believe in this, you'll go to hell, and you don't believe in that, God will come down and punish you. I mean, because of all this rubbish, people are so entrenched in the lie. People needed to look into even how they put the Bible together. And I'm not an expert on that, but I did my research of how they had they had a council, and they looked, okay, let's include these books in the Bible, let's exclude these books in the Bible, let's doctor these. That's how it went down. So no matter how much you're holding on to that Bible, beloveds, it is a fabricated document. And I always say, for a lie to be able to go around the world, it has to be clothed in truth. For a lie to succeed, it has to have the stickiness of truth. Just read Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf, where he talks about the big lie. The bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. And so it's an insult, beloveds, even to, our quote unquote Hebrew brothers and sisters, that they're still making, now he has an Arab voice, but he's still a Mzungu. He's still a Mzungu man, beloveds. You have to start questioning. You can't be looking at that and still believing that is your story. It's really detrimental. It's really detrimental. And this should emphasize to you why it's so important to really control what you're feeding yourself. Because you see, these are subconscious programs, beloveds. I mean, to me, I'm just so repelled. But there are those where if you have not done the necessary work, it won't work for you. Because you'll watch something like that and it will trigger that subconscious programming that you haven't worked on to just logically think through. And you'll be back where you were. You don't just watch something. Everything is programming. Everything is putting things inside of you so you think a certain way and you operate a certain way. And the most disempowering thing is having a savior that looks like your enemy. And it's such an insult to your own, your own saviors, your own master teachers, your own creators. And so many people are still in it. Anyway, I just wanted to have that rant. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tuko pamoja.